What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling fantastic today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just incredible, Cancer, especially if it's your birthday today, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome! I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey, and if it's your birthday as well, happy birthday. This is birthday love just all around here, Cancer. Just doing it all month. And for those of you who was over the weekend, extra special birthday to you as well. Love it. Now, the purpose of this channel, or for those of you who have Cancer in your placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads based off our ruler here, the good old Moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going void, of course, just all of those lunar shenanigans. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Ooh, now this is closer. That's a little bit more, Cancer. I gotta adjust to this space here. But guess what, Cancer? Your space has been so cleansed. Gems. Oh, can you see that? They're feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. And how could it not be? The moon is in Libra. And with the moon being in Libra, Cancer, this is a great, this is an energy you may notice that you may be feeling a little more charming, a little more feeling like your best self here because, you know, Libra being ruled by the Empress, Venus, thank you, is all about arts, beauty, aesthetics, and things. So you may even want to notice that you may even want to kind of beautify your space there, Cancer, or even just like maybe update your style a little bit. But this can be an indecisive energy as well, Cancer, just because Libra, you know, they're weighing all of their options here. So just something that this may be an energy where we may want to have like a sounding board or something along those lines. Great for one-on-one connections as well, Cancer, you know, whether we're building personal relationships, you know, business relationships, love relationships, just great energy for that as well there, Cancer. And, well, and that's going to be weird kind of having this, and you can take advantage of this, Cancer, because we're in the first quarter phase now. And with the first quarter phases for making decisions and making sure that our actions are aligning with our words. So if we're noticing that things aren't quite as imbalanced, it's just like what tweaks can we make, you know? And again, this is good energy for if we are kind of on the fence about something, not quite sure where we can maybe. So yeah, again, like just kind of tweak a little something to make whatever this is that you started off on the new lunar side or this on the new moon phase. So. Just something to think about there is Cancer. And then last couple things. These readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And also Cancer, happy Monday. You know, since the moon rules Monday, it's a lovely day for all of us. But what else? Oh, the decks that I'm working with. I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested in Cancer. But also down in the description box, I included some links for some other readers that I like watching. Very intuitive groups, so definitely check that out. But let's get to your general energy of the day, Cancer. And I love when you sync up with the energies. Look at you. You got the 7th card of Libras here, which is the lone wolf, or excuse me, the biker card. But this card is a card of lone wolf style, impervious, non-conformist, standing up, breaking rules, brotherhood, enjoy the ride, loves freedom, moving on, outlaw, maverick, swift actions, and need for speed. Where are we starting? So Cancer, the first thing that I'm kind of getting with this energies is like the enjoy the ride. Maybe we've been in a place where things have either been feeling kind of stressed or something along those lines. Maybe we've been just in like a real kind of hectic like planning state or something like that. And it feels like that if we've been maybe feeling this kind of stress or things, just taking a little bit more time to find some balance in your life, bringing a little love, a little art, a little beauty into your world there. Cancer, all this Libra energy that's going down here. But also Cancer, on another thing, you know, the love's freedom kind of stands out here. And if this is something where this could be maybe with like we're not feeling as much as free as in like a relationship, let's say, or maybe we're not feeling free maybe in like our business or something along those lines. If we're trying to just like like broaden things up, or maybe kind of like open the, just have just some more time for you, Cancer, kind of getting your lone wolf style. Maybe you want to rush off your bike and just ride off down the highway, Cancer. I see you. But there is something here, I feel that with, if this is something that has been maybe on your mind, the swift action kind of stands out here. And where I do feel like that's good to definitely get things moving towards that. I feel like we do want to be mindful of just like making sure we are kind of thinking these things through before we go. Make sure that we have, since we have all this Libra energy, finding a balance as far as like, just weighing all of our options, make sure we've considered all the things before we're making that next step, Cancer, because like even for example, not that I would ever tell you to quit your job, but if this was like we're considering maybe changing jobs, for example, maybe having that job locked down there, Cancer. I mean, if you're in a place where you can, I mean, you got it. But just something where, let's make sure that we have a little backup plan there, Cancer. But let's get some tarot on this, see how we can work with the energy. Oh, interesting, Cancer. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. All right, so we got the Death card, the Seven of Cups, and the Four of Wands here, Cancer. And I do feel like for some of you, we may be in this place where we are thinking about about changing things up here. Maybe we're at this like crossroads here where we're trying to, I don't know, it feels like we got some decisions to make here. We got a lot weighing on our head. Maybe we're considering our options, as far as like, I mean, if we're thinking about love, Four of Wands can definitely be a card of getting into like that marriage type of place, but maybe we're thinking about, maybe we kind of, maybe playing the field a little bit, Cancer, but now we're thinking about making something a little more secure here, kind of solidifying some stuff here. When you do think about Scorpio energy, the Death card, Scorpio does, they're associated with the 8th house. And the 8th house does get into those more kind of, it takes Libra energy and takes it to that next step, where we've got like joint finances, things along those lines, so wills, such like that. So, maybe for some of you, we may be kind of weighing our options on that standpoint here, but I do feel like for some others that maybe we're trying to decide, we've been just in, again, like that love's freedom, there's been a need of change for wanting to do like a celebration or something along those lines. Maybe we've been just kind of, it's just like one of those things. I feel like just how the Death card has those doors. It's just like, do I do it? Don't I do it? And Cancer, I feel like maybe if we feel like there's not a person that we could even talk with this about, like maybe have a sounding board, converse with higher self. This could be where maybe we're writing things in a journal, kind of maybe we're doing some meditate, like really literally kind of meditate on this. Maybe we go off to like the woods, or maybe to like a field or something along those lines. But this does feel like that. It's almost like we're at like a precipice, Cancer, and yeah, I like that here. It's like we're just getting ready to. I don't know if you see how that rope's getting ready to kind of split there. I feel like we're right. It's like maybe we're waiting for one more kind of like key factor to lock in before we really make this move. But I will say too, just one more thing with this, because sometimes when we get into those spaces, when we're thinking about life and maybe changing things up, maybe breaking the rules, kind of going outside of our comfort zone there, that can be a little stressful, Cancer. With the Seven of Cups too, just one thing to think about is just be mindful of escapism. We don't want to anything that is going to that's going to slow down this change here and get you to that celebration. I like that. Nice little start there, Cancer. Let's see what are some challenges in working with this energy. Thank you. See what we got here, Cancer. Oh, okay. So we got the Ace of Cups here. We have the Strength card, the Star card, the Six of Cups, and the Knight of Swords here. And interesting, Cancer. First thing that kind of is popping out here is the Six of Cups here. And it feels like that maybe for some of us, we've been kind of stuck in this past type of state. You know, maybe some challenges are getting, if we have been noticing that things have kind of gotten to this kind of rut here, because this little upper pocket here, the Ace of Cups, the Strength, the Star, this feels like that it's like, it almost feels like our passions are awakening or something along those lines with the Ace of Cups. Like we've been kind of steeping on this, and you see how this rings kind of hover around her head here. It's like we've been thinking about what's been really fulfilling us. And you know, Cancer, again, that's what I'm saying, you know, connecting with your guides, you know, your spirits, all that stuff, you know, connecting with your higher self and putting those energies out there, those dreams, those passions, you know, whatever. What does freedom look like to you? You know, what would Cancer flying out here free like these birds? What's that looking like there, Cancer? Look at you, so mighty on your broom. But you know, Cancer, Knight of Swords is Aquarius energy, and that's a lot to think about when we're thinking about the future. They're associated with the future. Same with the Star card, that's their energy. And I like this, Cancer, because with the Strength card, Leo, this does give you, I feel like, an opportunity for you to, because when the Six of Cups pops up, yes, it can be, you know, like a card of nostalgia in the past and things, but this can also be, you know, about memories. And I feel like that, not just the past ones, but the future ones that we want to create too, Cancer. And I feel like with this Strength, you know, if this is something that, again, if something's speaking to you, you know, maybe we're, again, maybe thinking about maybe even changing locations altogether, maybe moving to a different state, different country, however that's looking. Or maybe we're thinking about, because, you know, again, Libra dealing with relationships, maybe we're thinking about either taking a relationship to a next level, or maybe you might be thinking about maybe parting ways or something along those lines, Cancer. But this is something where making that, listening to your heart, and making that too, I feel like that especially with Mercury getting ready to move into Cancer sometime later today, I want to say. I think once on this, depending on when you're watching this, on the 26th. And so this is a great time to really be kind of pondering this stuff, you know, be thinking about these next moves. Where's your heart trying to take you? Especially with us being in our season right now, Cancer, your intuition is going to be lit. So pay attention. If the resonance doesn't feel right, trust that Ace of Cups. Oh, all the way. Oh, Cancer is going to be an adjustment, more. Alrighty. Let's get some advice from Venus. Okay. Dope, Cancer. Last little bit here. There's Mercury in Cancer. So you got the Nine of Cups, absolutely, the Fool, the King of Cups, the Three of Cups, all these cups, and the Three of Swords here, Cancer. Let's switch back over. My cup's overflowing. I'm with it. Because with this, Cancer, it feels like that you're getting ready to get into this place where it is a time of celebration. You know, with the Three of Swords, maybe there's been might have been some rough patches here, you know, maybe kind of getting to this place, you know, kind of figuring this stuff out here. But with the King of Cups, again, this is getting that head and heart connection, you know, really, and then combine that with the Nine of Cups. It's like getting in that energy of peace and understanding, Cancer, you know, really feeling these emotions, analyzing this stuff, and then letting that fuel you to what your next action is going to be. The Fool card here, because this is a card of change too. And since you got the Fool and the Star here, you know, Uranus and Aquarius, you know, this is a time I feel like we are thinking about the future here, Cancer. And what does that look like? You know, how do we want to celebrate this stuff? Because this is exciting, Cancer. I know it can be a little, at first, you know, when it's in that kind of like early stage and, you know, it's just like starting to bubble up, that anxiety, I feel like that initial one can be a little tough. But definitely, I feel like as it has chance to mature and really kind of be processed there, Cancer, I feel like it's gonna make you feel free, make you flying high like them birds there, Cancer. I'm with it. All right, Cancer, I think I'm gonna leave that there. So if you like that, or if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up and share this thing, Cancer. You know, thinking about all these dreams and things, you know, what's been going on the free ride here. It's a lot. You know, it's nice. It is nice to have that kind of sounding board, you know, maybe talk with someone you trust about this stuff and figure out, you know, like, does this make sense? You know, like, is there anything that I'm not considering? It's always nice, Cancer. And then once you bikers get everything all figured out there, I don't know why you're a biker in this scenario, Cancer, but subscribe, hit that bell button, get notified when I release videos each week. or each day. And I'm on this meditation app, Inside Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group to post like positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And then definitely as the group grows, I'm going to post, start scheduling different meditations, you know, maybe healing with the star, or change 101 with the death card, or, you know, surprise, I don't know, we're still spit, but soundboards. So, but definitely check that out, Cancer. And then lastly, check your sun, your moon, your rising, even your Venus, Cancer. Then I'm on over to my other channel, Alchemist 8. I do videos weekly there with different monthly themes. Just dropped your, well, not just dropped, but I released your solar return video last week. So definitely check that out, Cancer. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here. Interesting, Cancer. So I can get you out of here. You got the Four of Cups. And with the Four of Cups, Cancer, I'm going to get your Oracle card in a second. But it almost feels like for this, because this is the moon in Cancer. And if this is something where maybe for some of us we've been, just considering all these cups you got here too, Cancer, it feels like that maybe for some of us we've been in this place where maybe we've been kind of thinking about our actions here, as opposed to, there again, there's that balance here of just like, let me get one more on that, Cancer. Interesting. Four of Pentacles here. Okay, so it feels like that in a sense that we've been, look at that, two surprise cards, Cancer, aren't you feeling abundant? But this is, it feels like there's some way where maybe we've been feeling kind of locked down for a while, or maybe we've been afraid to make a move. Maybe, I'm not sure. It's like there's been this like search for security here, and it just seems like how this guy's kind of just like looking at all these cups here. Seems like every time we try to find that sense of security, it doesn't seem to please you maybe the way that you thought it was. And then when another opportunities present to you, then you get into this place of just like, yeah, I don't even want it, you know, like it gets into a weird kind of place there, you know, because the moon, where the moon is at home in Cancer, sometimes it can get into this place where we get maybe a little too caught up in the, let me get your Oracle card. Get a little bit more on this. Interesting. Okay, so you got the psilocybin card, the 49th card, which is the commune card. And this is ruled by Pluto and the Sun here. And it feels like, Cancer, you know, I really feel like this energy is like finding your, it's like really communing with yourself and really kind of finding where do you want to transform, you know, where do you want to, where you're trying to change, you know, what can you do to feel in your most confident, your Leo energy here, considering the Sun. And yeah, in what ways that we can change that? Because considering too, you got Pluto and the Sun. Pluto rules Scorpio, the death card. Sun ruling Leo, the strength card. It's almost even like a sense of just like, yeah, just like some sort of like a spiritual transformation, Cancer. You know, I feel like that this can be something to think about, but a way for you to evolve to that like King of Cups state, to like that next level, Cancer. It's very interesting energy with this commune card, but you know, I really feel like, you know, just with this, you know, considering Ace of Cups too as being in our season for this next month, you know, really be thinking about what ways would bring you this emotional security, you know, bring this foundation here, you know, in all aspects of your life here. So I think I'm gonna leave that there, Cancer. So I hope that made sense, but you stay safe out there. All this change and maybe even going on these travels and stuff here, Cancer. You know, ride free, Cancer. And you keep eyes on the moon. I actually saw the moon the other day. It was actually really nice, you know, looking at her. She was in a waning crescent or waxing crescent when I was looking at her. But you know, keep eyes on the moon, Cancer, if you can, where you're at. You know, kind of meditate at her. Think about, send up your thoughts. You know, think about what next steps you want to take there, Cancer. And I will catch you on the next one tomorrow.